Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stakeholder meeting. My name is Bertalan Alapfy and I am the project coordinator of the Hydro4U project. The Hydro4U project is a quite large European Union funded project focusing on European small hydropower technologies that are to be applied in Central Asian countries. So I would like to give you a short overview about the size of this project and then go specifically into the details of one of our demonstration sites, which is the Atbashi hydropower plant. The overall project is a so-called innovation action, as I mentioned, funded largely by the European Union with an overall budget of more than 10 million euros. We have 13 partners in this project, 10 from European countries and 3 from Central Asian countries. Amongst others, the Kyrgyz State Technical University is one of our partners. The project is planned to take until May 2026. And now let's get into the demonstration site, which is nearby, which is in Atbashi district near the village Akmuz, and there we would like to construct one of the mentioned hydropower technologies, the so-called shaft hydropower plant. So what is this technology about? You can see it's a quite simple geometry, very simple concrete structures. And this type of small hydropower plant is very well suitable to be added to existing hydraulic infrastructure. It's a modular technology. That means all the technical elements are available in fixed sizes, and that makes it easy and fast to be installed. Another important aspect of this technology is its ecologically friendliness. That means that fish are not harmed in the vicinity of this power plant. You can see that the trash rack, which is to be seen here, it's basically a grid that covers the intake of the power plant and avoids that fish are getting sucked into the turbine area. So fish are protected from any harm at this type of power plant, and at the same time sediment that is coming in the river can be passed without problems, so that the ecological continuity is maintained with this type of power plant. The net head or the application range is between 2 to 12 meters, and the flow we can use with one module goes up to 20 cubic meters per second. So the maximum power output per module can be 2 megawatts. Now let's have a look at the site where we want to install this type of technology. Most of you will know the irrigation diversion weir near the village Akmuz. As you can see here, the structure is in a quite bad condition. The concrete is cracked in a lot of places, and therefore this facility is in need of refurbishment anyway. What we want to do here is to refurbish the existing structure so that the irrigation can be continued in the coming decades without any risk, and at the same time use the excess water and the existing drop in this river to generate electricity. We invested a lot of effort into the planning of this site, which also includes the analysis of climate change and its impact on hydrology. So in this slide you can see different scenarios that could become truth in the future, and we considered all of these scenarios to come up with the reasonable size for the hydropower plant so that irrigation can always be maintained and prioritized also in the future. Something else we did was quite extensive surveys we used a drone for this, and you can see that we obtained last year in fall very good and high resolution maps of the area and the structure. And on the right picture you can see how we derived a 3D model of the existing old structure, so that we can really use all the details in the subsequent planning and design phase. Something else we did a lot of work on was the assessment of ecology at the site and in the Atbashi River in general. And our expert team from Austria and Uzbekistan, supported also by Kyrgyz experts, could find 3 main fish species that have to be protected also in combination with the future power plant, which are the loach, osman and snow trout. We also invested a lot of time into the hydraulic design of the structure. You can see on the right picture how we used 3D computational fluid dynamics to calculate the amount of water that can be passed over the spillway right now and in the future with the new structures. And the goal here was that the spilling capacity must not be decreased in the future, so that flood safety will be given also after construction of the new structures. So on this slide I would like to show you the final civil design we came up with. You can see in gray the existing concrete elements, the piers of the spillway, the bridge, as well as the irrigation diversion, while in green you can see the new concrete elements. And these are basically a new stilling basin here to protect the whole structure from subsequent erosion, 2 identical hydropower modules, as well as a new fish ladder, which you can see here on the right side. The fish ladder is adding a lot of ecological improvement to the whole project, which will positively influence the whole Atbashi River. So this was already the short presentation and introduction to today's meeting. To summarize what I showed you, the hydropower facility will be added to the existing concrete structure. The stability and functionality of this old structure will be therefore improved and refurbished. As I just mentioned, a new fish ladder will also improve the overall ecological status of the Atbashi River, and most importantly, the existing irrigation diversion will not be affected. That means that the hydropower facility will only use excess water which is not needed for irrigation. Further, the power plant will potentially increase the stability of the regional mid-voltage grid. And we are planning construction start this month, hopefully end of September. We have all approvals at hand and can start with the concrete construction. And the planned commissioning of the finished power plant would then be summer 2024. So I would like to thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions in this meeting, of course, you can approach my colleagues from IWMI. And further, if there are questions, I would also be happy to be at your disposal and answer anything. I hope to see you soon in the Atbashi district. Many greetings from Munich. Bye bye.